Assalamualaikum everyone, thanks for having me here today. I'm doing an interactive conversation here because obviously I'm not an imam, but I do have experience of speaking from myself and those around me in terms of the issues that I see coming up in terms of Muslim leadership. So for a start, I think it's worth asking how many, if you could just raise your hand if you're an imam or you offer any kind of religious guidance to people in your day-to-day. Go on, don't be shy. I need to be able to see you. Okay. All right, thank you. So I think we can start by saying very clearly that the system is broken. The system is broken from my perspective because for a start, I believe that Islam is meant to exist within a state system where we have an emir who is the ultimate religious authority, who is accountable to the people, and the religious leaders that operate further down from him are accountable to the emir and therefore accountable to the people. Once you remove the emir, you remove a level of accountability, and then who knows who appointed who for what reason, or who you go to when you have a problem. So I'm going to start out by saying, personally, there's a problem with the system. Secondly, I have to, before I start going in on the imams, say that I understand that today imam doesn't just mean what it does literally, which is stand at the front of a room. There's a lot more demands on you than there ever have been before. You're now expected to be therapists and counsellors and faqirs and big brothers, and so I understand that there's a lot more demanded of you, and very rarely is the pay commensurate with the amount of demands that are made upon you. What is the role of religion and religious leadership from my perspective? For me, it's to provide guidance and support from a place of love and compassion, starting with the most vulnerable and moving upwards. So from my perspective, unless we're working to make the world a better and kinder place, then I'm not really sure what the point is. So I'm a little perplexed when I find that the most pressing conversations that some of the imams are discussing in the khutbahs are things like whether we should be celebrating Christmas. Yawn, it's been a long time, we're over it. We don't need to have that conversation again. We know there's mixed views. Can we please move on to things that are maybe a bit more productive to our day-to-day? I think maybe we could start, there are so many ways I could move this conversation forward, but I'm going to talk about social media, because 85% of adults are on social media today. For the younger generation, 16 to 26, it's like huge figures. It's the highest proportion of all those groups. Instagram is one of the fastest growing platforms for young people, as well as Facebook. How many of the imams in this room are on Instagram? How many of you are on Facebook? I think there's like three. Oh, four. Okay, not bad. And in that sense, I'm asking that question because I feel like some of the most pressing issues, the big conversations that young people are having, are happening on social media. If you're not tapped into social media, you don't know what young people are talking about, and you don't really know what way to approach certain the topics that they'll be coming to you with, because let's face it, we're probably not all super comfortable coming to the imam and talking to him directly about some of the issues that we're facing. So in that sense, I was wondering, for example, we had the Women's March on the 19th. How many people here attended the Women's March? Feminism, a big topic on social media. Any people engaged in conversations about feminism, about toxic masculinity? How many people feel that these are important issues that maybe imams should be discussing? Because certainly I think there's more to be said about toxic masculinity and feminism than feminism is haram and we need to stay away from these Western ways. Like, that is what young people are talking about. We are part of a conversation where, you know, discussions over equality are part and parcel of people's everyday. Unless you're engaging with them, then you're missing the boat, and that's a fact. There's no point hiding your head in the sand over it. The second point I wanted to make was about a Facebook video that's viral at the moment. Some of you may have seen it. Women are like milk. Anyone seen it? Doing the rhymes? Men are like wine. It's a Muslim saying this, ironically. Men are like wine. Women are like milk. Yeah? Unless you're part of addressing these conversations and you're actually engaging with these people, you are missing the boat, and people will be turning to other people to have those conversations. Sex education. Probably from next year, sex education will become mandatory. Can we move past the idea that we don't want our kids to be taught sex education, because it's going to happen? The question is then, are we part of framing what that sex education looks like, or are we excluding ourselves from that conversation entirely? I recently was telling someone, I put up a video of my 5-year-old son doing the laundry
My 5-year-old son knows how to operate a washing machine. There's only 2 people in our house. If I'm not doing it and he's not doing it, it's not getting done. So he does know how to separate the colours from the whites, and he does know how to operate a washing machine. When I put this video up on Instagram, I received a series of messages from men astounded that my 5-year-old son could operate a machine better than they could. It's not particularly reassuring to me that there are so many men who feel entitled enough to feel that they don't have to learn how to use the washing machine. And that's just a really, really small example of what I hear constantly in our community. Child rearing, women's job. Domestic chores, women's job. Cooking, women's job. At a certain point, if the imams are not engaging with making men be better partners, better husbands, better fathers, what is the point? I'm going to wrap because I have to, but I also feel finally that we need to start talking about Muslim as an empowered identity. We talk a lot about Muslim as a victim identity. We are the victims of Islamophobia. We are victims of racism, but there's power that needs to be reinserted into that identity, and we need to regain it, we need to reclaim it, and we need to offer young people a vision of what it means to be Muslim that offers something positive to this world rather than just something that we have to recoil into and is a negative part of our identity. If Muslim doesn't mean that we are here on the forefront of kind of making society better and being better people, then again, I'm not sure why we're here and what we're doing. Thank you.